Inevitably, this channel will become an echo chamber, at least politically. I wanted to say a few things to give an understanding of my vision for the echo chamber, what I don't want it to be. If you are here, then you're likely smart enough to tell where I belong and what my general beliefs are. What I post is not for everyone, and I consciously frame things to repel certain people. I'm not going to compromise what I say based on pedants and alike. That said, I discourage tribalism and bigoted expressions. Of course they serve their purpose, and if I was apologetic for them, I could sit here and rationalize for why they are good. But that's not what I want to talk about on this channel, so please respect that. This brings us to political limits, because what I say is very politically adjacent. When I made a video on social biology, I was self-censoring many nuanced thoughts, and it was not enjoyable at all. There are political questions I will never speak on. Go figure why that is. You can call me a fence-sitter, and I am fine with that. Newsfeed political commentary, and even plenty of political analysis, became very boring to me after I made some revelations about the world. There are very good channels out there if that's what you want, but it's not what I want to do here. Why? First, I'm not passionate nor intelligent enough. Second, you likely already share my general thoughts. Third is very important, and it's that I don't like labels. Not those placed by others on me, nor the ones that I would use to form an identity around. They can be used to signal, but I still think it's very limiting. The reason I chose to use my real name is so that I can have accountability for what I say, and thereby require me to maintain a higher standard for my statements. I would urge you to not comment something that you wouldn't have said if you weren't anonymous. I'm not asking you to be nice or to sugarcoat the negative criticism and scrutiny that any content deserves. I'm just asking you to be civil. This leads to the last thing I wanted to cover, which is pessimism or blackpilling. This type of mentality tends to fester in YouTube communities, and I will say as much as I need to on it. I am blackpilled as far as recognizing that most futures aren't bright for us. We live in an age of decline, and that is natural. It is likewise natural for us humans to resist and to try to endure. I don't know the solution, but it's sure not to sulk about the things we cannot control. That's a negative feedback loop. On the contrary, I know that I have more power and control over myself when I am and feel positive. It reinforces itself, really. I'm not deluding myself to be happy or actively ignoring the glaring issues, for happiness is not that integral to who I am. But neither is sadness. I think it's worth thinking about how politics, the game of friends and enemies, affect how we can love and feel the world. My favorite part of the Brothers Karamazov is, I think it's book 6, The Russian Monk, where Father Zosima tells about how he left the army to become a monk. And what stuck with me is his epiphany about the glory of God, whatever that means to you, how he can notice the song of birds and the beauty of nature and can realize how wrong he has been. Those are the sort of thoughts I've had when I've thought too much about politics, doom and gloom and alike. Dostoevsky's books are really moving, and they are written for this time. That was how I wanted to end the video. Thank you for watching. Take care.